Very few women are in positions of power in hip-hop, but Shanti Das broke the industry's glass ceiling. Now she's written a book about her career with advice for other women. Frederica Whitfield sat down with her for our What Matters segment.
Shanti Das,
yes.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Thanks for having me.
And the book, The Hip Hop Professional, this really is for women in particular to help them understand the dynamics of a male-dominated industry. Why did you feel like it was important to have this kind of guidepost?
Well, I feel like, one, as an African-American woman, having worked in entertainment for almost 20 years, I really didn't feel like there was a book out there like this. I think as a woman, in any business, it's important to make sure you go in and demand your respect. And there are just certain ways that you should carry yourself as a woman. You have to really be on your toes.
It can be so intimidating, especially you're, a young person, you're college student age. I'm kind of afraid to raise my hand or be assertive because I'm really still trying to figure out the job. So how did you do that successfully?
I wasn't shy. I was going to a lot of music industry conventions back then when I was networking, trying to get into the business. I walked up to Russell Simmons at the Jack the Rapper convention and I said, "Hey Russell, you don't know me, but by the end of the convention you will." And he thought, who is this little girl standing in front of me? But I did just that. I was really aggressive and assertive, and I wasn't afraid.
From Capitol Records, you had a chance to work at Motown as well. You really did get a chance to kind of spread your wings at a number of recording places. What is it that allowed you to be taken seriously where people wouldn't take you seriously, particularly because you were a woman? How were you able to do that?
Well, I think initially, early on, I made sure that I demanded my respect as a woman. I almost gave myself a uniform, if you will. When I was starting out in college and I first got my start at LaFace Records back in 1993, I wore baggy jeans, I wore a hat to the back. I just demanded my respect early on. I became everyone's little sister. And so I really was able to get a lot of male mentors that way because I diverted the attention from them looking at me as a sexual being or as a sexual object.
We'll have more of Frederica Whitfield's interview with Shanti Das. Hear who she thinks could be the next Michael Jackson.
What Matters, brought to you by Red Lobster. Enjoy a complete seafood dinner for two for just $29.99 right now at Red Lobster.
The only thing better than seafood is enjoying it together. And right now, a complete seafood dinner for two is just $29.99 at Red Lobster. You both get a fresh salad and irresistible cheddar bay biscuits. 2 entrees from a menu of classic favorites and new creations. And your choice of either an appetizer or a dessert to share. Your favorite seafood with your favorite person. Just $29.99 for limited time at Red Lobster.
Which of today's hip-hop artists have the staying power to last for decades? Listen to what former hip-hop executive Shanti Das tells Frederica Whitfield in our What Matters segment.
How important is it for women to find mentors if they're in this industry? And how does that differ from young men who enter the industry looking for mentors?
I think particularly for women in the music industry, it's very important that we find mentors. What I try to talk to a lot of women nowadays about when I mentor to young women is to not be afraid to share a contact, to have high self-esteem and to respect yourself and to not really get caught up in the hype that's going on, a lot of the gossip. I actually am a part of an organization called WEEN. It's a Women in Entertainment Empowerment Network, and we do just that. We try to uplift one another. We try to encourage other women because I think we would be a lot further along if we weren't afraid to help each other out.
So how involved are you now with the music industry, and how have you seen it evolve since your start?
Well, the industry has changed a lot. I actually exited my post at Universal Motown last November. I was the Executive Vice President of Urban Marketing. The internet has changed a lot of what has gone on with the entertainment business, but I think it's still a wonderful business. I do entertainment marketing and consulting now. I started a live music showcase here.
I'm going to buy some new shoes.
Particularly because I think some of the live music was lost within the business. Everyone has access to a computer now and you can kind of record your own song and put it up on the internet and you don't even necessarily need a record company to get you started. So I started a music showcase here called ATL Live on the Park, and it's with a live band. So there is no track performance.
You can't fake it.
You cannot fake it. You have to be able to perform live. So that's been a great experience for me.
There's only one Michael Jackson. There's only one Stevie Wonder. There's only one group of the Rolling Stones. Is there kind of a current day music group or even artist that would have that kind of staying power?
Mary J. Blige. And I think, okay, you know, she would be our Tina Turner, you know, if you will, in the next 20 to 30 years. Usher, I think, you know, has the staying power, you know, to be there 20, 30 years from now and, you know, be amongst the ranks of the Al Greens of the world and those type of artists. But, you know, it's not a ton of artists out there like that right now. So that's why I encourage, you know, the ones that, again, are truly talented and aren't afraid to push the envelope to really step up.
Excellent. Shanti Das.
Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Fascinating. To read more stories that matter to all of us, pick up the latest issue of Essence magazine now.